All right, so happy Monday. As you know, on Mondays, we go over our new language skill for the week, and we go over our 5 new roots for the week. So our language skill that we're going to be doing this week is interjections, and they are quite possibly my favorite of all language skills. So let's, guys, go ahead and mute yourselves. Let's go ahead and we're going to watch a couple videos on interjections, and you are going to have some practice to do on interjections today, but we're going to watch our interjection videos. We'll introduce our roots, and then we'll talk about our interjection practice. So we have 2 videos for interjections. Here is the first one.
In this video, we are going to look at another part of speech called interjections. Interjections are words we use to add emotion to what we say. For example, to express pain, if something tastes good, if we're scared, or annoyed. There are many, many more that are commonly used more often in spoken English than written. Notice that we use an exclamation mark after the interjection to show how strong the emotion is. If the feeling is not quite so strong, we can use an interjection at the start of what we say with a comma. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see the next video, please like, subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll see you in the next video.
All right, so interjections. Yum, ouch, yuck, yay, boo, right? Those type of words. The words that normally people like say with a lot of emotion, right? They're usually shouting them out loud. So those are what we're looking at when we talk about interjections. I do know that there's a Schoolhouse Rock on interjections, but we're gonna hold off on that one and maybe watch that one a little bit later in the week. This interjection video was a little more monotone, a little more just even. Let's see how this next interjection video is, because I really like interjections because they're full of emotion, okay? So here is another video on interjections.
Time to feel emotion so straightforwardly. Hallelujah. Sometimes you need a single word to set you free. Hallelujah. Or that's said apart, but can't express your heart or by itself. An interjection it may be. To separate it from the rest of the sentence. Comma or an exclamation point makes sense. I'll congrats you feel. Oops, boo, I'm last ooh-wee. And interjections independent speech. Interjection is perfection, quick expression of the way that you feel. Interjection is expression, quick connection with the way that you feel. Interjection, it's how you feel. Interjection, it's no big spiel. Sometimes an interjection leads to things, to ways. Multiply inflections of the word you say. This puppy loves me so. That
do want to go and find the Schoolhouse Rock right now because I think I like the Schoolhouse Rock one the most. But just kind of keeping in mind, so again, like we've said, it's how you feel. The interjections are usually followed by either a comma or an exclamation point, most often an exclamation point. But let's grab this one last video and watch this one. Your parents can probably sing along to part of this one too.
When Reginald was home with flu, the doctor knew just what to do. He cured the infection with one small injection, while Reginald uttered some interjections. Hey, that's smart! Ow, that hurts! Yeah, that's not fair! Giving a guy a shot down there! Interjections. Hey! Excitement. Yeah! Emotion. Ouch! They're generally set apart from a sentence by an exclamation point or by a comma when the feeling's not as strong. Though Geraldine played hard to get, Geraldo knew he'd woo her. Yes, he showed his affection despite her objections, and Geraldine hollered some interjections. Well, you got some nerve. Oh, I've never been so insulted in all my life. Hey, you're kind of cute. Interjections. Well, excitement or emotion. Hey. They're generally set apart from a sentence by an exclamation point or by a comma when the feeling's not as strong. So when you're happy, hooray! Or sad, or frightened, eek! Or mad, rat! Or excited, wow! Or glad, hey! An interjection starts a sentence right. The game was tied at 7-all. When Franklin found he had the ball, he made a connection in the other direction, and the crowd started shouting out interjections.
Ah, you threw the wrong way. Darn, you just lost the game.
Hooray, I'm for the other team. Interjections.
Oh,
Excitement.
darn.
Hooray! Generally set apart from a sentence by an exclamation point or by a comma when the feeling's not as strong. So when you're happy, hooray! Or sad, or frightened, eek! Or mad, rat! Or excited, wow! Or glad, hey! An interjection starts a sentence right. Interjections. Hey! Excitement. Hey! Emotion. Hey! They're generally set apart from a sentence by an exclamation point or by a comma when the feeling's not as strong. Interjections for excitement or emotion. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Darn, that's the end.
All right. And then just the last part to remember is a lot of time interjections are almost like one-word sentences. They stand alone. They don't need the rest of a sentence around with it, okay? They can stand alone. All right, so that's our language skill for the week, interjections. Like I said, we'll talk a little bit more about it here after we look at our roots. I will come back to your guys' well, go ahead, Avery, what's your question?
Has Schoolhouse Rock been around for a very long time?
It's been around for a very long time, yes.
Like
Yes,
how
yes.
long?
I'll look it up. I will do some research for you.
Do they still make
I think
videos?
it's been around for like
I don't
50
think
years.
Okay, Diesel, your question.
Are we ever gonna watch Liberty Kids again?
Yes, we will, but we aren't doing social studies right now. So when we get to social studies, we will.
Yes.
All right. So let's keep going here, guys. So we have 5 new roots today. This week you are doing 41 to 45. Just like last week, we're going to stay online today to work on our roots. So you're going to have about an hour to work on your 5 roots and your language skill, okay? Morgan, do you have a question?
I found out when Schoolhouse Rock came out.
When did it come out?
January 6, 1937.
There you go. Holy schmoly, that's a long time ago.
Wow.
Okay, all right, we got to keep moving. So I have my dictionary here with me today because I kind of want to show you guys how you can use the dictionary to look up these words, right? I've just been looking them up, but I want you guys to use dictionaries to look them up too, and how you can use the dictionary to help you decide, is that word truly using the root or is it not? Okay, so our first root word for the week is gram. And the type of gram that we want has definitions that go with write, written, and draw. So I'm gonna look, I'm up here to H, so I've gone too far. I gotta come back to G, G-O, G-R-A-P, G-R-A-N. All right, here's my gram. Of course, it's kind of stuck in the crease here. Let's see. So gram. So there's a gram that's a unit of mass. Does that have anything to do with write, written, or draw, like a kilogram? Is that the right kind of gram for this?
No.
No, it's not. Okay, that's not the right kind of gram. What about, look at, I've got another word here. What about grammar? Does grammar have to do with write, written, or draw?
Yes, it does, because it's a type of
It's writing, right?
Yeah.
It's my writing, yeah. So I could use grammar. I'm going to keep going down. Here's another gram word, grammarian. That's a person who's a specialist in grammar. Would that word work? Yes, because it has to do with grammar. What about grammatical, of or related to grammar? Yeah, because our grammar is that write and written stuff. How about gram? That's a very, no, that one wouldn't work. Grampus, right? That starts with G-R-A-M, but it's a sea mammal related to or resembling dolphins. Does that work?
Definitely not.
No. Now, we know that our words don't have to start with gram. So let's say I think of another word like a telegram. Have you guys heard of a telegram before?
Yeah, it's kind of like.
Yeah, when
Okay.
my mom says, this is
Sounds
what we
good.
used to use, and then she tells me.
Bye.
Yeah. So I'm gonna, just to double check, I'm gonna find telegram. Let's see. Telephonic. Let's see. I'm over here maybe. Telegram. It's a message transmitted by telegraph. So do you think that's write, written, or draw?
Yeah.
Yeah. So telegram works. So there's a good 4 or 5 examples that you guys could use for gram, making sure that they have the correct definition. Okay. So that's 41. 41 is gram, and it means write, written, or draw. Let's see if I can get myself down to the next slide. I've got too much going on here. Come on. Jackson, you have a question?
Does Graham's number work?
Graham's number. I'm not sure what Graham's number is.
It's just like a really big number.
So I would look up the definition and see if the definition somehow ties to write, written, or draw.
Okay.
Okay. So our next word is telly. And this one, there's going to be a whole lot. And telly means far. So let's see. Boop, boop. Can you see my book? Yes. So telly right here means distance or distant. That's our word. How about a telecast? It's a program being broadcasted on television. Does that work?
Well,
Not really. No.
not really.
What about telecommunication? That one is sending messages over long distances.
Yes.
Yes, that's what a lot of our families are doing right now. Telegram is a message transmitted by telegraph. A telegraph is when we are transmitting messages over wire or radio. So yeah, that works because we're sending it far away. So I would take telegraph, I would take telegram, any of these, telegraphic, telegraphy. If it starts with a capital letter, it's probably not going to be a good one because it's a proper noun, okay? Telemarketing is the use of the telephone to market goods and services. Does that have to do with far? No, not really. Oh, what about telemetry? The automatic measurement and transmission of data from a distant source to a receiving station.
Yes, because it says distant, and distant is equivalent to far.
Yeah. Telepathy, communication from one mind to another.
How about telescope?
Telescope. Let's see what telescope means. Telescope
Telescope is
a device that uses lenses, mirrors to collect light to observe distant objects. So you tell me, does telescope work?
Yep.
Yep, you got it. Okay. Telephoto, you might have heard of like a telephoto lens for a camera. That's a lens that makes distant objects look larger. Okay. So there's some great examples we could use for tele. Jackson, question?
Oh, I forgot to.
Okay. Avery, question?
So, do you know?
Would that be fine?
I have a question. So, in the olden days, well, like back, like I don't know how many years what was it called when they used like this thing and then I typed in like the letters and well they did the
Morse
typing.
code?
And, yeah, but
yeah,
what was
but that's a
the
telegraph.
box called? Was it just called Morse code?
It's called Morse code, yeah.
Okay, because I was asking because when you said the phone thing, and I was like, oh, maybe, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
okay.
All right. Our next word, let's see if I can get us to it, is scope. Whoop, went too far. Scope. Scope means to look. Now, this is kind of a tough one because this one is also going to be more at the end of words. But back to telescope. Are we looking through a telescope? Yeah, we are, right? We're using a telescope to look at things that are far away. Microscope. That's another word I think of when I see scope. So I'm going to look up microscope real quick. Oh, I got to microscopic. Let's see. Microscope is
Looking
an
at tiny
optical
things.
measurement consisting of a lens that are invisible. So you're looking at things that are too small. Okay, so that works also. Can anybody think of any other scope words?
Stereoscope?
Stereoscope, okay, we'll check that one out. Hang on real quick. First, I was looking up scope to see, just to see if it's at the beginning of any words. I see scoop.
What about the words?
Nope, I don't. So I don't want you to just use the root as one of your sample words, if that makes sense. I want you to find some other words that include it. I heard stereoscope, right? Was that you, Miguel?
Yeah.
All right, let's find stereoscope. So I am again flipping through my dictionary using my guide words up here to find where STO, nope, I've gone too far. STI, nope, still, I want STER. Oh, STER is going to be between here. Let's see, stereophonic, stereoscope, there it is. An optical instrument through which two slightly different views of the same scene looks, it sounds like we're looking, right? We're getting views of the same scene. Stereoscope works too, perfect. All right, so let's see. So that gives us some good words for scope. Let's look at our next word. And these next two words are the main reason I pulled out my dictionary and I'm really showing you the words today. Because if you notice, our fourth root is port and it has a little one next to it and it means carry. Look at what our next root is. Our next root is also port but this is a second definition. It means gate or door. So you're going to need to make sure that you are putting your definition or your words with the correct definition. So I'm going to start by just going to our root of port and see if I can find some samples in there. So let's see, port, look at this. Port 1, port 2, port 3, port 4, lots of different ports. Portable, carried with ease. So which port would that go with? Would that go with port 1, which is carried, or port 2, which is gate or door?
Port 1.
Port 1, yeah. So I could use the word portable for this one. How about portage? That's the carrying of boats and supplies over land between waterways. Where would that go?
In port 1.
That's also port 1. That's carried. What about a portal? That's a doorway or an entrance. Where's that going to go?
That goes in port 2.
That goes with port 2 because port 2 is a gate or door. Port-au-Prince, that's a place, right? It's a proper noun. I can tell because it has a capital, so I'm going to keep going. Whoop.
Does porta potty work for port 1?
Are you carrying something?
Port 2.
Okay, I don't know that that really works for either one of them. Well, I guess, well, because porta, the problem is that's an abbreviation for portable, right? Porta potty is a portable potty. So let's better words. Okay, let's keep going. Portcullis is a grating of iron or wooden bars or slats suspended to the gateway of a palace.
Port 2.
Port 2.
Yep,
Port 2.
works for port 2. Let's see. No. Portentous being, no, I don't think that works. How about a porter? A porter is a person hired to carry baggage.
Yeah.
Port 1.
Yeah, that one works, right? Let's see. Porterhouse is a cut of beef. Does that work for either one?
No.
No.
Oh, but they're delicious. A portfolio is a portable case for holding loose papers.
Port 1.
Port 1. How about porthole? It's a small circular window in a ship's side.
Port 2.
I would put that under port 2, yeah. Portico is a porch or walkway with a roof supported by columns. What do you think? I would think of that more as port 2 because it's kind of like a gateway. Okay, so
Sorry, what was the word?
portico, P-O-R-T-I-C-O.
It took me a longer time because you froze again. I can't read it.
Does portal work?
Like just P-O-R-T?
Portal.
Portal. Portal is a word. Which one do you think it's going to be?
It's going to be the second one, like door or gateway.
Yep, it's a gate or a doorway. Good. Good. So, like I had said, we are going to be staying online to work on our roots today. Hang on, guys. Go ahead and mute yourselves.
Chromebook.
All right. So we're going to be staying online to work on these today. If you have questions on words, I will make you guys independent workrooms if you want to go to your workrooms. Otherwise, stay with me. But I want you guys on my screen right now, please, because I have one more thing to show you. So please do not be working on your roots right now. Come back to my screen so you can see the last thing I have to share, because I was pretty lenient when I graded your coordinating conjunctions and your subordinating conjunctions last week. A lot of you did not rewrite the sentences. And you guys were told you needed to rewrite the sentences. All you did was put the word you would use to combine them, and that wasn't the full skill that I wanted you to do. So you need to make sure that you're listening to the directions as I'm giving them to you for these parts of speech worksheets that we're going to be working on, okay? So today you have this already assigned to you. It's an interjections worksheet. And let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit. The top part, it says, underline the interjection in the following sentence. And I left my little notes over here. Oh, it still says adjective because I didn't change that part. But you're not doing adjective, you're doing the interjection. You can draw a box around it. You can circle it. You can just use this and draw a line under it. However you want to do it to show me that you know which part is the interjection. So you need to underline or circle or put it in a box. Then down at the bottom, you are going to replace the interjection with one that makes sense. So do you see how they crossed one out? So I want you to find the interjection in these sentences, and then on the line, put the one that makes sense. So their original sentence was, oh no, I won the contest. There are very few contests that you would be upset about winning. I mean, there could be some, right? But most of the time, you're pretty excited when you win a contest. So they crossed out the oh no, and they replaced it with yes, I won the contest. So you're gonna find the interjection, you're going to cross it out, and then you're gonna put the better interjection on the line. That's your interjection worksheet for today, okay? So for the next 52 minutes, all we are doing is working on our roots and our interjections. That's it. You guys have nothing else to work on for the next 52 minutes.